I appreciate you being in here. In this video, I want to talk about Ubisoft's potential acquisition from Tencent, and what follows is a series of reported facts along with some speculation on my side. Feel free to join the conversation in the comment section below. Let's tango. Ubisoft has been at the center of the gaming industry for decades, but recent years haven't been too kind for them. This year alone, its stock dropped by more than 40% and the company lost half its market value. Following an article from Bloomberg, Tencent and the Guillemot family reportedly considered taking the company private. Now here's something I've been saying for a long time. Was this Ubisoft's plan all along? Because I honestly think they've been doing this tanking the company on purpose all these years, because the timing of this news is suspicious, just to say the least. So shares of Ubisoft have fallen about 40% this year, giving the company a market capitalization of about $2 billion, and Tencent owned 9.2% of Ubisoft's net voting rights by the end of April this year, while the Guillemot family held about 20.5% according to the firm's latest annual report. After losing more than half its market value this year, Tencent Holdings and Guillemot family are considering options including a potential buyout of the French company. Taking it private, it's one of the possibilities being discussed to help stabilize Ubisoft and bolster its value. And as a result, Ubisoft shares rose as much as 33% in Paris this Friday, the 4th of October, the steepest gain since the company's 1996 initial public offering. To put my theory in perspective, Ubisoft has just been collecting L after L for the last few years. Skull and Bones was initially announced in 2017 and released this year, 2024. It was to be cancelled at one point, but it was kept alive since Ubisoft Singapore received government subsidies as part of an agreement to create local jobs and support the gaming industry. Cancelling the game would have resulted in Ubisoft having to pay back the subsidies, which would probably sink the game even further. I'm not even sorry. In 2022, they cancelled Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Frontline, a battle royale game that received negative feedback from the fans and had a lot of internal issues. Hyperspace was yet another attempt at a battle royale genre launched in 2020 and failed to gather an audience, only for Ubisoft to shut down the game in April 2022. Tom Clancy's The Division Heartland was announced back in 2021 as a free-to-play title in the Division universe. Now this one hasn't been officially cancelled, but has seen very little progress or updates in the last while. Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell VR was cancelled in 2022. It was an attempt from Ubisoft to push into VR gaming, but multiple delays and lack of significant interest forced the company to scrap the project. Speaking about projects, Project Q was a team-based arena game cancelled even before it launched. It was announced back in 2022 and was being developed as a competitive multiplayer game, but was cancelled due to internal feedback and market evaluations. And then they have X-Defiant and Riders Republic, which don't track really well and have been failing behind expectations. There's some potential with seasonal content updates, but honestly, no one really cares. They've also released Star Wars Outlaws with a very mixed response from the public, to say the least, and I doubt the numbers are as good as they try to make them to be. Assassin's Creed Shadows was delayed and has been facing a massive rabbit hole of issues that can only be summarized as taking the definition of tone deaf to an astronomical new level beyond human comprehension. Everything above has impacted Ubisoft's revenue, and the company hasn't recovered as expected, which is now leading to private equity firms and key shareholders pushing for a takeover or sale. Most people are calling this a string of unfortunate events, and maybe I'm just too stupid to rationalize this correctly, but to me, it seems like a total chess move. No company can be this daft to go L after L after L, carry on with ridiculous ideas and not have a backup plan. And I guess this is what the plan is. Deliberately tanking a company's stock to drive a buyout sounds risky and very unethical, but coming from Ubisoft, I wouldn't even be surprised. And it's also not unprecedented. After acquiring PayPal, eBay was accused of deliberately undervaluing the payment service to push it towards a buyout. Critics also argued the buyout for Toys R Us hurt the company, and some investors profited by driving the stock lower. I'm not a stock guy, so what do I know? I just pull investigation articles from the internet and read them. In some cases, companies take hits intentionally, creating opportunities for a friendly takeover at a lower price. Regulatory bodies, such as the SEC in the US and their European counterparts, would scrutinize such tactics if they could prove intent. But I don't think they can really do that much. My black ass was fired from Blizzard after the buyout, so that's a testament of we do nothing around here. Exactly how genuine are the attempts to stabilize after this long list of L's? Because to me, it comes across as either incompetence or just groundwork for a buyout. Tencent is already a key shareholder. As of April 2024, they own approximately 9.2% of net voting rights. Ubisoft's value plummeting, this would be the time to acquire more shares or take the company private. Hey, you let me know what you think in the comment section below. I appreciate you being in here. Thanks for watching. We'll chat on the next video. Stay metal.